several stops in the end zone. It's the Steelers and the Bengals coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now it's Fields.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Steelers at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And, partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now. And I would not want to face them come playoff time.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down at 7. A handoff for Warren.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Warren trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now run with Warren.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30.
The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 79 yards.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
On the return is Peterson. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
Here we go.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First carry for Najee Harris.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
And it's complete to Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Davante Adams. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
But partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Someone.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now Fields.
And Davis with it left side. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Harris. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Burrow looking to pass. Escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before the break. Fields
looking deep for Adams.
And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here we go. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Burrow going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Fields throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Allen Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Jamar Chase.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, mighty. 12, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, it's Mixon
to the 27-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
On first down, Fields.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? Punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. corralled right around the 34.
Holding. Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
To throw is Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis.
Now he's loose at the 40. Gabriel Davis.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Gabriel Davis.
89 yards.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe...
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The LSU connection. Burrow to chase for the Cincinnati first. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This is Fant on the short completion. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
2 yards is the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first down.
11 MP. 11 mighty. 12.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
pro. 11, 11, 11, 11, Thomas. Behind.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. Escapes the defender. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19. They'll give it to Mixon. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now,
touchdown! Jamar Chase
from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run again with Harris.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
Different